See what's going on. Yo, okay. Let's see what's going on. This is Maneza F8 trying to see what is what here using this StreamYard, trying to see how everything's comes together in here. Trying to see if we are on it. Where is this? Okay, here we go.
VMP is my babe. God is my shepherd. All day, every day. Yeah. Check. It's my everybody like me.
Now remember that right here, new and
Everybody like me. They used to like me. Even all my exes, they still love me. They still love me. Who doesn't like me? Who doesn't like me? Everybody likes me.
Oh man, what it is, man. What's up?
What is up with you, man? What's up? What?
Yo. This is Maneza F8, man, coming to you. I'm live here on YouTube, trying to see how these things works, man. Trying to save time, trying to save a lot of editing and stuff with these new technologies. We gotta take advantage of is this podcast, as you see, is brought to you by StreamYard, man. This is what I'm using now to stream live and make sure that I come to you live. So, man, without wasting any of your time, man, I hope you miss us coming to you because we didn't uh, make any videos for the last. Oh, it's only last week that we didn't uh, shoot, and there was no video. There was no episode. So this is episode 70 actually. So that's something to celebrate. We are in episode 7, which means we're moving greatly. This is the second year that we're going to next year because we started this around the times of the first lockdown. So we are in the second year, man. We are up. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is episode 7. I hope you guys are happy and make sure that you do follow the podcast on Spotify, the podcast also on YouTube, also on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts. It's everywhere, man. Just wherever you get your podcast at, what you prepared when you are at work, when you are driving, where you listen to podcasts. Just make sure you go there and listen, man, and just vibe with us. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see if we are really live here. If these things work, let me check this. Yeah. Okay, seems like we are really live. All right, that's good. That's good. I don't know. This thing seems to be stuck. All right. Cool. Cool. Yeah, man. But mostly check the podcast out on Maneza F8.co.za. just 1 week of not doing podcasts. I'm starting now to forget my plugs, man. I cannot forget how to plug the website because that's what is bringing us this nice content. From here, we'll take it to the podcast, to the website where you will get to see it, get to listen to it, and also watch this video that we are recording now. So yeah, man, that's great. Without wasting any of your time, man, we were supposedly voting on the first of this month, man. Last Monday, it was elections here in South Africa. So what was crazy about these elections, man, is the turnout. The voter turnout. It was crazy, really crazy because we couldn't even reach 40% of the turnout out of the registered people. Only 33% of the people that turned out and went in to vote. This can be attributed to a lot of things, man. No one really can say what it was, what made people not to go out and vote. It can be because in most parts of the country it was raining. It can be because it was a long weekend for other people because it was on Monday, and most our people when the weekend, and then Monday it's a holiday. It's a long weekend. People are still drunk. Some people traveled. Some people misplaced their IDs, and all of those things, man. That can be attributed. Other people are fed up. Mostly, we've been voting for many years now, and nothing seemed to change, and nothing seemed to uh, uh, um, point to us that we are going into the right direction in terms of services, infrastructure, and all these things, man. It seems like we are standing still, nothing happens. So this is where we are now. People are getting fed up. Some people were out of the country. Some people are still stuck in other countries due to restrictions and all that. There's a lot, man, especially young people. That those are the ones that didn't vote. Uh, we're trying to now figure out what has happened. Why is a lot of people didn't vote? And if you didn't vote, man, you are costing us really because we your vote should have probably got rid of the current government that is now in power. The government has been in power for 27 years now, the ANC. It's time now to see what else is out there, what kind of change is out there that any other party can bring now other than ANC. They have done enough, man. They have done enough damage. We want to see change now. We want to see some sort of progress in our democracy, man. So yeah, we missed out on making sure that we got them out. Even 60% of the voter turnout would have made a lot of difference, especially young people, because they are not as stubborn as the old people that we have. Because this is the Liberation Party that brought us what is called now freedom. So um, those old people are still they still believe that this is the party for them that brought them the liberation that we enjoy now. But the problem is with that liberation, we are not with that liberation. We that's all we can point out at the moment. That's all we can say that we have. There's nothing more other than that. It's only what is said to be the liberation. So we are currently in that predicament at the moment. We are in. I think we are in it for a while because not only the old people who are voting for the ANC, even the youth, man, most people who are coming from the rural areas, they still believe that ANC will bring change. There's still a lot of voter education that needs to happen, so people will understand what is really happening. So um, the other thing is uh, there is this issue of power interruptions that keeps on happening. There is this issue with telecom, now ESCOM. So we are in this situation of the power cuts, and they call it load shedding, where we will stay for 2 to 3 hours sometimes without having power. So this thing has started, I think, more than 10 years now, during the times of Zuma, where ESCOM, the producer of power, electricity here in South Africa, has been struggling over the years with maintaining of the power plants and making sure that the power is being distributed to the people efficiently. So what has happened is uh, they never actually created any new plant. They never created any new energy source. That they never invested into anything when it comes to maintenance. All these things were inherited from the apartheid government. The problem with that is those resources were initially prepared for a certain number of people. By this time now, that number of people have increased more than double or more than 100%. With that being said, the amount of individuals that now occupy these cities and these rural areas are overwhelming more than the amount of energy that is being produced by the plants. That put us into what we are having now, the problem that we are having. The situation we are in now is in a way that all the plants, the electrical plants that we have are being overwhelmed. They cannot handle the amount of electricity that is being used with the industries that are drawing a lot of shacks, a lot of people who are stealing electricity. All these attributes are never being looked at and are never being revisited and being taken care of. So this leads us to the problem that we are having. So I want us to listen to this video of Joe Biden saying that they are actually planning to save us.
As part of this commitment, the United States, together with the UK, France, Germany, and the EU, is announcing a new partnership with South Africa to help transform their economy to a clean energy economy more quickly. Right now, South Africa is the largest emitter in Africa, due in large part to the heavy reliance on coal for power. By closing South Africa's coal plants ahead of schedule and investing in clean power alternatives for the people of South Africa, and supporting an equitable, inclusive transition in South Africa's coal sector, we're following through on the pledge the G7 partners made in Cornwall to accelerate the transition away from coal in developing countries. And I realize the reliance on coal is consequential, but I can remember growing up as a young man in an area that was a heavy supplier of coal in northeast Pennsylvania. And I watched what happened when it collapsed and how the impact on the community. And that's why we have to take care of the people who are impacted on and provide alternatives for them as well. By closing South Africa's coal plants ahead of schedule and investing in clean alternatives, the people of South Africa for the people of South Africa and supporting equitable, inclusive transitions in South Africa's coal sector. We're following through, as I said, on the pledge we made.
So as you can see, what it is that he is saying at this moment, that they are planning to give South Africa 140 billion. Those are the billions of rands that are not going to do what is supposedly being planned. Talking from experience, talking from seeing a lot of products and projects being promised, some being started, and some being being a smoke screen. All these projects that have been started costing a lot of money. When you go and actually see the final project, you will be really surprised to see that the money that was allocated didn't do nothing. The money, the money that is being allocated is not a true reflection of what you would see in terms of the outcomes. And this thing it's really concerning, and it continues. It continues over and over and over again, and no one really challenges these people who are being offered these huge and huge and huge amounts. And with this being said, that they are planning to come and build a renewable energy. With this, this was a long-term plan all along. They knew that this was going to happen because South Africa produces a lot of minerals, a lot of resources that goes and support these countries that are being mentioned by our American President Joe Biden. All those presidents that will take part in assisting South Africa are benefiting dearly, trillions of rands from South Africa with minerals and all the resources that we have. They will continue to benefit because this is not a gift. Building this plant is not a gift. They are not gifting us. This money will come back. This is going to come back either by terms of them getting more percentage on the resources, getting more gold, getting more platinums, getting more of whatever we are producing here in South Africa. This is how they will return this money to them. Even in these tenders that are going to be dished out with this money that they are promising, some of the money is still going to go to those countries, because a lot of stuff that need to be bought to make sure that this renewable energy is taking place need to be bought from those countries. So this is not coming from the goodness of America's heart. This is a planned way of eating money out of South Africa. These guys are going to continue eating the money, and nothing we are going to do about it. We just going to continue and making sure that we fight the good fight. There's nothing really that we can fight about, but what we can do is to make sure that we make you understand what is happening. Even if there's nothing we can really do, as long as you know that this is how the money is being eaten. The money that belongs to you, the money that belongs to me, this is how they are using it and making sure that the money is being looted, and money is being misused while we are watching. So yeah, man, make sure that you do subscribe though, and make sure that you do check out the podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify. Most of all, make sure that you do check out the podcast on Maneza F8.co.zk. Check you check FKU Africa podcast. This is where the podcast is. You can also check the music also on the same website, Maneza F8.co.za. MAZE, no, MANEZA, Maneza F8.co.za. That's where it all is, man. Thank you for watching. Fikiria kwa undani, ndugu, tamako.